Hello friends, this is Cara-Renee with B.Reborn Art and Healing, coming to you with the flip through for the Grungy Bee journal. She is done. I've mentioned before, I get to this point in a journal where I just need to be done. So I finished it today. This is Friday, November the 10th. And so earlier in the day I did the exposed spine video, so you will have already seen that by the time you see this video, but I thought I would just keep on with the momentum and go ahead and do the flip through as well. So as you can see, I did this beautiful cover. Isn't that little girl just as precious as can be? So basically what I did is, I don't know if some of you will remember, on camera we did some mixed media pages, and I made the mistake of actually storing them stuck to other paper, and so they pretty much, most of them got ruined. Like, I had to cut them up and use them for other things. This was one that did not get destroyed, so it was the one that was just really plain. It had some really beautiful background texture. As you can see here, it's got this lace in here. This paper was from, the base page was from Sweet Pea Curiosities, and I did some texture paste and a raw umber glaze and such, as I do in my mixed media. The girl is also from Sweet Pea Curiosities, and then the bees are from the Summer Bees kit from my Porch Prints, and I print them on coffee dyed paper, and then I just put a little bit of gold around a variety of the pieces. This is one of the wax seals that I showed you, again, I think in the previous video or one before that. So that's the front. This is the spine. So I'm going to tell you, full disclosure, I'm not a fan of this spine. I think in a lower profile journal it would be fine, but it's really, really loosey-goosey, and I knew that that would be the case, but and I also think it would be better in a journal that wasn't so chunky. Mine is mixed media. This is a mixed media Grungy Bee journal. So, and as you can see, we have some irregularities. We've got some hole problems, which is not an integrity issue. It's just going to make it more shabby. And we've got spine signatures that are not the same height. And that's just the way that they worked out. But I love it. I mean, it's a Grungy Bee journal, so I think it fits the bill. So, but because of the way it's stuffed, and it's kind of deceiving because it's laying on my table, so that's why things are not, they kind of look a little bit weird. It's because it's on its side. So that's the spine, and then this is the end piece with all of the grungy laces that I wanted to make sure that I incorporated. I didn't put traditional lace on the pages like I normally would, but I am loving all this coffee dyed business, and then all of the charms, because there's 5 signatures. There are 10 different charms on the spine strings. So that's what that looks like, and that's what she looks like from the side. So let's go ahead and open it up. I'm not going to show you everything because I don't want to be here forever. I might show you all of it and just not talk through all of it, but this is what she looks like what it looks like when you open it. So boom, she just flops right open, which is really, really beautiful, but I don't know how functional it's going to be. Like, some places I was kind of testing it out and going, oh, could a person actually write in this? Yeah, you could. It would be tricky, but lots of junk journals are tricky to write in. But there's lots of things to pull out and journal on. So we're going to review that here as we do the flip through a little bit. I'll talk when I feel like there's something I really want to talk with you about in terms of like how I made it or something like that. So let's go ahead and start at the beginning. Oh, and if you saw the other video, I had used canvas paper for my hinges, and I didn't put an image on the back, so this was all completely white, and I just took a really small blending brush and I just got all the ink in there, so it's a little bit better. Not optimal, but better. So let's go ahead and start at the beginning here. But that's how floppy she is. Just, it's gorgeous. Like, but it's just different. It's so different from anything I've done before. So I'm embracing it, though. I'm sure somebody is going to love it. I mean, like, love it. But anyway, so here we go. So we open her up, and we've got, this is also a digital from Sweet Pea Curiosities. It's a grungy envelope kit, and I printed it on vellum so that we could see stuff through it. And I had printed this stuff when I originally started the project, so because I always know I like to make vellum pockets. These butterflies are from the same creator that made the bee ones, these ones. So those should be linked in the supply list all along here. So first page of signature 1. We've got, this is one of our fold out writing spaces. I'm not going to open everything out because it's going to take forever. You can check out the playlist if you want to see how I made any of these things. This is a paper bag. It's a flat, or not a flat bottom. It's just a, you know, one of those slide in like a sandwich, like you get in the deli shop or in Starbucks, you know, the kind you get in Starbucks. So something I'm doing with my camera, maybe it's what I'm doing, I don't know. So I just had a thumbs up pop up on my computer screen. Not any balloons today, but like, I don't know. Did I do a thumbs up when that happened? I'm not sure. How strange. So anyway, oh my goodness, back on task, Cara-Renee. So it's one of those kind that just slide in like you get a, you know, a scone or something at Starbucks in. So this is one side, and I just inked it up and got it all grungy. This is texture paste, and I just, I love it. I love these elements in this journal. So I did not put anything in this. Each of the signatures has a paper bag, so I figure that the recipient can put stuff in there if they want to. Totally up to them. So one of our strip clusters. This is another kit from Sweet Pea Curiosities. I don't know, I keep calling it Mixed Media of Children, but I know that the kit has a different name, so I will make sure that that is linked as well. If I forget, please do let me know. And I apologize for the overlight here. It's just, this is shiny because it's a CD pocket. I just did some ink smushing on that. Really, really beautiful. Oh, I need to glue that. I need to glue that. Make a note to glue that. Actually, I'm going to put a sticky note on it, so I will remember. That's kind of the beauty of flip through, is you get to see your errors too. This is a digital printed on glassine paper, and I just stuck one of those butterfly cards in there. I did a lot of embossing where I took my own mixed media paper, either the originals or copies, and I ran them through with various embossing folders and got some cool effects. So I used that up at the top of that page, which I thought was really pretty. And then one of our, this was Your Creative Studio project that I did, an unboxing and a project using some of their stuff from their bee kit. That was really fun. And then one of our hidden journaling spots there, so it pulls out, if you don't try to pull the whole thing off. This is also a tuck spot. I did not put anything in the tuck spot. Uh-oh, I did that again. So look at this, these holes. So I've had this happen before where I went to punch this hole and I had something in the way. So it's an imperfection. It's part of the creative process. So you see we've got this hole here. So I'll have to put something over that and disguise it maybe. Maybe we'll just leave it as a, you know, a Cara-Renee faux pas. So some of that beautiful lace. This is coffee dyed. It's stuff that I got from my very first and only estate sale I've ever been to. So that was fun. So lots of writing space. Now I could totally write in this journal because all you'd have to do is pick this up and hold it. And then, you know, you'd be able to write on this page. So it's a little bit floppy, but, you know, where there's a will, there's a way, you know what I say. So here we go. Another cluster strip. And I did a lot of circles in here just to create a pop of color on some of the plainer pages, because it got so bulky that I could not put a pocket everywhere that there was a page like this. Normally on a book page, vintage book page, I would put a pocket on it, but too much stuff. This is the other half of the that bag. I believe this is the other half, yes. And so same thing, I did some ink smushing, put a little image, and then this is the honeycomb stencil, again with texture paste. I just popped some of this stuff on just to fill in a little bit. And then I love how this turned out. I normally don't do this kind of thing, but this is a Grungy Bee journal, so I love how this corner turned out. I left it all raggedy and uneven, which is totally not my comfort zone, but I love it. We've got a bee wax seal there. So that is signature, the beginning of signature 2. So more stenciling with texture paste. And then I just did some ink smushing on this side and splattered it with some gold paint. This is our over the page flippy thing. I think it's supposed to be a belly band. I think it's supposed to be a belly band, now that I think about it. This was one of the first things that we did on the channel for this project. I think it was meant to be a belly band, but I like it how it is, and I just clipped it at the top, and it's just chock full of beautiful things. So lovely, lovely. But I love that. And then we've got another one of our resin. Now this resin one got a little bit messed up. It's kind of scratched. I don't know what I did to make that happen, but again, imperfection is okay. Another little circle. Another one of our girls. I just love these. People say they look so sad, but do you know that back in the day, long ago, children were very, very serious in photos. They were very serious. So I don't know the origination of these images, but I love them. They speak to me. And I was thinking about this a lot, about how, like, I'm not really a bee person, but I really like the idea of thinking about like how my grandkids and my kids played out in the summer, and even times when I did that, where it was just free and fun, and you stayed out until it got dark, and you got dirty, you got messy, you got, you know, your hair all mussed up, and you're tired, and that's what I look at when I see these. Is I don't see sadness. I don't know, I see real, I guess, maybe is my point. So I don't know if that makes any sense to you all, but it does to me. So I did use those in, I think, all but one of the CD envelopes that we did. So there's another one. Isn't she just precious? Oh. And I realized that I put this CD envelope in sideways, so my stamping is sideways. But again, it is what it is, and we just embrace it, because it's beautiful to embrace imperfection. A little bit of stamping. I did a lot more stamping in this journal than I typically do, because I did a lot of work on my signatures before I put them in, which, if you watched the last video, that was not necessarily entirely a good thing. So, and this is one of our mixed media paper clips that we did on camera. I just stuck one of those butterfly cards under there. Did some stenciling on that book, music paper. This is also an image printed on the glassine paper. I just like it because it's pretty. I like the translucency of it. It's not as translucent as vellum, but I still like it, and I like the feel of it. And then we've got, this is another one of our hidden journaling spots. Pulls out here. I can get a hold of it. Uh-oh. Yeah-oh. This happens to me often. It just kind of, you get glue overflow, and it kind of gives you a panicked feeling here. So let's see if I can, there we go. There we go. She's good. And I believe this is also a tuck spot. Yeah, I left that open. And here we go, and I just love how this turned out. I took that, this is Braille paper that I coffee dyed, and I just came over it with an ink thing with the purple, with probably wilted violet or something, and I thought it went well with that page. So Super pretty. Another one of our clusters. And then these were the tags I made. And I just backed them with some paper, and I just left them plain because I didn't want to cover up the beauty of this mixed media that work we did. And again, if you want to see how I made these, it's in the playlist for the Grungy Bee journal. Another one of the embossed papers that I did with one of the Sizzix 3D embossing folders. And then another half of that bag, and I just this is a medallion that's a 3D embossing folder as well, and I just gave that a little bit of a pop down there in the corner. This is my own coffee dyed mixed media paper, original. And then here we are going into the next signature, another one of the tags. Took one of the pages that I had embossed and cut it into a corner tuck, as you can see. Another one of our, I just love this. Oh, I love this. Another strip cluster strip. Another one of our little girls, our little people, and then another piece of that. I put it on the bottom, which I thought was really fun. I'll be doing that more because I forget about some of my supplies, and I reunited with them during this project. So there we go. This is another one of our fold-out writing spaces. I think this is the tri-fold. Again, I'm not going to undo it, but another one of our mixed media paper clips with the little dangles. Again, you can see a video in the playlist for that. This is the page I was talking about, and I can't take this off. Oh, it's only clipped on. I could if I wanted to, but I'm not going to. So I'm just going to turn it. So this is the one page I was talking about that I put in upside down, and I just made an executive decision that I was not going to undo the signature strings. So I'm just, again, we're embracing imperfection and going with it. I don't know what that is all on there. Interesting. Another one of our little mixed media people and the other side of that paper clip. So pretty. This is more of the Braille paper. That's what it looks like, coffee dyed without anything on it. Another one of our tucks. I made this one into a tuck. I don't always do that. And then I took this card and I just took a piece of that coffee dyed lace and just did that. Oh, I love how it turned out. Love how it turned out. And then and wore ink smushing. I think I used oxide inks on this one, but I love how that turned out as well. And then this side is plain, and I just put a pocket on it. And then vellum. I forgot to mention these. I've got vellum in every signature. I really, really like working with vellum because it is way transparent. Love it. And then another, I just used one of those cards and made a corner tuck out of it. Another one of the butterfly cards. Trying to use what I had already printed too. I always end up with a lot of overflow as far as printed items. So center of that signature. I took this is coffee dyed lace. This is also, I believe, from the estate sale, and I coffee dyed it. And so I just thought I'd make that cute little added embellishment there. Another piece of vellum. Love this paper so much. Oh, the digital. And if you see anything, that I didn't link, please do let me know. The list is long. I use so many products in this video. I mean, in this project. So another paper bag with some lace glued on the bottom, or trim. Another one of our cluster strips. The other side of the glassine paper. And then this is the other side of the upside down paper. So, you know, I guess you could just use your imagination and just like see what are those bees going to do. Like, they're upside down. That's interesting. So I just decided I was just not going to worry about it. So if I were selling this journal, I would have taken care of it, but I'm not. This is one of the belly band projects that we did where you glue the belly band part down and this slides out. I will definitely be repeating this. I loved it so much. And we've got a little tag in there and a little tag that sticks in the side, and it just slides back into the belly band. That is also in the playlist. And then, oh, I love this image. I believe this is from Caroline's Musings. This is one of my favorite images from her kit. I am finding that I was trying to describe this in another video about my porch prints and the summer bees kit. It's not that I don't like them. I think what I'm realizing is I really like the idea of bringing in various kits to complement each other. Same theme, different creators with a little bit of a different look. So that's really what I was aiming at when I was saying that, is I'm looking for more variety in a journal, rather than just kind of the same aesthetic that you get from one creator's kit. So my Porch Prints is the bomb. Of all the kits I've collected, they are the ones I have the most of. So love them so much. I need to deal with this. So where I'd stitched around that graph paper, it's actually tearing. So I'm going to have to tear off probably the rest of that top and in fact, let's just do it. Let's just do it now. No sweat. Don't sweat the small stuff. I don't even have to sweat the big stuff, but. So I'm going to take an opportunity, you guys, if you don't mind, just to pause. So I'm not going to disclose the person, but there is one of my subscribers who is a faithful watcher on my channel, and she is dealing with a major health situation. So for those of you who pray, we don't need to know the details. I don't need to share the details. I don't need to share the person. But if you would just lift her up in prayer as she waits for the next steps, I would really, really appreciate that. So thank you in advance. So this is another one of our hidden journaling spots. So it's a little bit bigger profile one, but same thing. I'm not going to pull it out. It is also a tuck spot behind. And then we're moving to the end here. I'm going to go a little bit faster. I like to talk, as you know. So again, more circles. I love this paper. I can't remember the creator, but everything is listed, you guys. So you'll have to poke around a little bit. This is another one of the Bee paper clips that we did using your Creative Studio stuff. And this is also one, this is that beeswax paper that we made. So I tried doing, taking paper, stamping on it, and then doing the beeswax. And this is the result. And I made this little pocket. So I love how that turned out. Very mixed media. It's really grungy, crunchy around the edges. So that was fun. I needed to make sure that got in the journal. And this is just plain. I'm just done. Like, I'm just done with this journal. This is a kit. This is Mandy's kit over from Sunflowers Indoors. So check her out. She should be linked below in the supply list. Actually, the supply list won't be in the description box. I forgot. I'm sorry, because it's too long. The list is too long. So you'll have to hop on over to my blog and check out the full supply list. So I apologize for that mistake there. It's just too many. It won't fit in social media. So another one of our UV resin tabs that we did one on camera, and I just replicated it and made one for every signature. This is that vintage lace that I've been pulling from this. No, it's not this one. It's which one is it? I don't want to flop this. It's this one here. Really, really longish edges was attached to this. And so I just took the fabric part of it and made a pocket out of it. I love that. And then I took 3 of those children images and I just did a kind of a 3 little journal card thingies to write on. Stuck it in that pocket. And then you can see how floppy this is. Look at that. It's all wonky. I don't do things that aren't straight, you guys. It's bothering me. So this is, again, one of the writing spaces that we did. So, this one is Velcroed on. So I'm not going to take it all the way off, but I put a lot of Velcro dots in there. So this can actually be taken out and written in because it's like a little mini journal. It doesn't have a ton of pages, but it does have a decent amount of writing space in there. So that was a new thought process for me to do that. So love it. Another one of the embossed medallions. And this is another piece of the vintage lace that I coffee dyed from the estate sale. I love that. And another thing that's different that I did in this journal is I used a variety of laces, which I do not normally do. Usually I stick to a couple different ones, but you can see we've got a lot of different variety going on, and I think it's very fitting for a grungy journal like this. And then another tuck spot using those beautiful images that's coming undone. So let me stick a Post-it note on there as well so I can fix that. Another vellum pocket using the vintage envelopes from Sweet Pea Curiosities, and this is one of the wax paper things that we did on camera, and I just made it into a little tuck spot, little journal card. This is a flip out. This is one of the mixed media papers that got wrecked, so I was able to cut off this part and still use it as a little side tuck. So that's all that is. And then I think we're on the last signature. This is I think this one is actually the trifold, folds out like that. So that's fun. Another one of our, this is the one I was joking about where I made this one on camera and was commenting about the bee butt. I love the bee butt. It's so cute. I still love it. This is another one that didn't get ruined. So, or no, this one is the other half of the piece that I used for the cover, I believe. So it must have had something on it that maybe the damage was down here. I can't quite remember. And so I just built a cluster on top of it. I'm not sure. My memory doesn't work great. So I think that's what I might have done. So that's beautiful. This is one of my favorite elements as well. This is one of the paper bag ones. Unfortunately, the stuffed paper bags that we did on camera, they were way too big for this journal, so they will go to the recipient as just extra Happy Mail kind of stuff. So here we've got another one of the journaling cards, little image. Look at, she is so sweet, so sweet. And then another CD pocket with a bee image in the middle. Did some this girl, I did some ink smushing and then I did the stamping. And I didn't do anything on the other side, clearly. This is another hidden journaling spot. Same thing. It's a belly band. Pulls out of the belly band, is glued to the paper. Another cluster. And then this is we made on a video as well. It's just a little pocket with a little journal card that's all mixed media-ish. It's mixed media-tized. So fun. Love mixed media so much. So much. There we go. Get that back in there. And then we are just about to the end. Another one of the images. I didn't put a lot of words and quotes because to be honest, I couldn't find, I bought one that had all the bee puns, which was fine, but I didn't want that to be throughout the journal. So I just skipped putting the quotes and stuff in this journal. So my apologies if that's disappointing, but I just had to. So I'm going to try to straighten this so I can open this a little bit. So, and I have to tell you a story about this. So I was getting ready to do the flip through, and I was going through the book, and this was upside down. So this was down here, but it was upside down. So I just took the whole belly band off. It's just a vellum belly band, and I just replaced it. So guys, there's often a workaround when we make a mistake, and that's, you would never know, other than there's a little bit of residue up here of vellum that I was not able to pull off from the old piece, but I think it just adds to the grungy nature of the journal, so I'm happy with it. And then that's another piece of that embossed paper. And let's see. And I just made a pocket here on this paper bag. I did not put anything in it. And then we've got, again, the paper bag. I did not put anything in it. And then I did this. This is one of my favorite elements as well. I love how this turned out. I purchased these. These are from Stampendous. And I love them. I love these butterflies, the grunginess of them. And I just put them over ink smushing on this paper bag. This is another one of my, I have so many favorites of these clusters, but this one turned out really good. It is actually a tuck spot. And I think we're to the end. Yes, we are. To the end. Let me see if I can turn that. There we go. So this is a vellum pocket as well. I did not put anything in there, and I will just leave that for the recipient. So the last thing I want to note is I noticed that when you go to close this, there's a lot of pressure on these strings. So for the recipient, if you end up being the winner, I'm going to send an extra piece of something to tie this journal shut in case this gets compromised, and you'll be able to just snip this off at this line. Oops, sorry guys, snip it off at this line and have another closure for it. So I will, I'm going to actually put that right on this. I know this seems silly, but that's my brain. So I'm just taking the sticky note, sticking it on there so that I remember to add another piece of something. It won't be this, because this is, I think this might be too weak. It's seam binding. I don't think it would really tear completely, but you know, you never know. So I will put something in the package to replace that. So that is it, my friends. Thank you so much for coming with me on this journey, exploring something completely brand new for me, and you guys have been gracious and encouraging and all of that. So I probably won't do this kind of spine again, at least not in this size of a journal. I think it's fine for something a little bit lower profile, but you can see the mess of my strings. Like, the alignment of my signatures was just a mess. But you know, again, if this was a different kind of journal, I'd probably be more distressed about it. But it's the Bee journal, it's a grungy journal, and so it's got my mistakes all over it. What can I say? So blessings, you guys. Take care, everyone. And for those of you who are struggling with various things in your world, you know, I've had a few comments of people that have had some things going on, and just know that I hear you and I'm praying for you, and you're not alone, and I'm here. I'm just one email away. So my contact information is always in the description box, so you can email me or message me on Facebook, whatever you'd like. So take care, my friends. Bye-bye.